King, Gears of War, character Marcus Michael Fenix, date of birth 22 before Emergence Day, species human, gender male, height 6'1", hair black, eyes blue, rank sergeant, mother Elaine Fenix, father Adam Fenix, spouse Anya Stroud, children James Dominic Fenix, siblings none, affiliation coalition of ordered governments, favorite food tomatoes, initializing facts.
Damn. No. Come on. Ah, come on. Oh, yeah. Nice.
Facts and history of Marcus Fenix. Age. Marcus was born 22 years before Emergence Day, meaning he was 36 in the events of the first Gears of War, which means by the events of Gears 5 Marcus was 63 years old. Even at this age, however, Marcus is still a beast and the best at what he does. Origin of the name. Marcus Michael Fenix. A great character has to have a great name right. Well, luckily enough, the team behind Gears of War nailed it when it came to naming their lead protagonist. There is more to the name than just being awesome, however. As series creator Cliff Basinski explained that they gave Marcus the last name Fenix in a nod to his own personal life, as after just going through a failed marriage he saw himself as a phoenix rising from the ashes of said failed marriage and the hardships that followed. Behind the voice.
There. Stay here and guard the centaur. Dom, you come with me.
Marcus has one of the best gruff, deep, and gritty voices in gaming. This is due to veteran voice actor John DiMaggio lending his vocals. If you're not familiar with the name, then I'm sure you will be familiar with his work, as Mr. DiMaggio not only voiced Marcus, but also Jake the dog from Adventure Time and Bender in Future Armor.
Baking pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and I'll put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes.
My shiny metal ass.
It doesn't look so shiny to me.
Shinier than yours, meatbag.
Size doesn't matter. We all know that Marcus has the muscle, but how does his height compare to other gaming icons? Marcus stands at 6'1". God of War's Kratos is 6'6". The Doomslayer is a beastly 6'8", and Master Chief is a behemoth and is over 7 foot.
Down in front.
Don't worry, Marcus, size means nothing when you have a freaking chainsaw bayonet.
Nice save. Thanks for the help.
More than just a number. The cog tag was a form of identification worn by gears of the coalition of ordered governments. Whenever a gear had fallen in battle, the tags would be retrieved when possible. This was a way to keep track of soldiers that were killed in action. It has been said that the families of deceased gears were prepared to pay substantial amounts of money to have the cog tag of a fallen loved one recovered. Marcus has the tag number to 939823932, a Fey1. Brother from another mother. The bromance between Marcus and Dom is one of Gears of War's biggest strengths, but Dominic Santiago was not Marcus's first true brother in arms. It was actually Dominic's older brother Carlos Santiago. Carlos looked after Marcus in school, and the soon became close friends, and Carlos even played a large factor in Marcus signing up to be a member of the COG army. Unfortunately, however, just like Dom, Carlos would lose his life in battle, sacrificing himself for the good of his brothers in arms and their mission. His last words to Marcus before his death were, "You dumb bastard. You're the best. Can't let you make a dead asshole out of yourself." The Forgotten Phoenix. While Marcus Fenix's father Adam and his research, exploits, and accomplishments are well detailed in the Gears of War games, we learn very little about Marcus's mother Elaine, but it is in fact Elaine's work and findings that ultimately lead to Adam Fenix being able to build the weapon that was used to destroy the Emulsion, Lambent, and the Locust. Elaine Elaine, like Adam, was always focused on her work, so much so she would often choose to concentrate on her research rather than her son Marcus. Not that Marcus minded, however, as he would spend time with the Santiago family instead. Elaine was a developmental biologist, an expert in morphology, and a senior embryologist. Eventually, her research led her to discover the existence of the Locust Horde and Lambency and the truth about emulsion. Her discovery would also lead to her downfall, however, as her off-limits research soon saw her discovered and killed by the Locust. After her disappearance, Adam Fenix went out to find his missing wife and stumbled across her remains. He only found a few bones and some shredded clothes, but it was enough for him to identify his spouse. Marcus was only a child when his mom was killed, but his father lied and told a young Marcus she had just disappeared. It would only be later in life Marcus found out the truth about his mother. But at least, if anything, Marcus can take solace in the fact that without the research and findings of his mother, his father would have never been able to defeat the Locust and bring peace not only to the planet but for her son as well. So her legacy will always live on. Family first. In the battle to save Aphira, Marcus was tasked with delivering the targeting laser and optic device for the Hammer of Dawn. However, upon hearing that his father had left a goodbye message for Marcus as the Locusts were advancing on his location, Marcus decided to abandon his objective and leave his post to go to save his dad instead. Obviously, this did not go down too well with Colonel Hoffman. Hoffman barked at Marcus and told him to get on the Raven and deliver the targeting laser since an entire brigade of Gears was in more trouble than Adam. Marcus got in Hoffman's face and refused to abandon his own father, even when Hoffman threatened to court-martial him. As Marcus started to walk to the Raven, Hoffman grabbed him and spun him round, telling him that his father was useless and not worth the life of any Gear, especially Marcus. Marcus responded, "I've put myself on the line every day since I was 18 years old. Followed every order, even the half-assed ones. But now I'm going to save my father. So with all due respect, fuck you, sir." He then punched Hoffman in the face and set the targeting laser on the ground, forgetting that the targeting optic was in his pocket, and began walking back to the Raven in hopes of saving his father. These actions would have terrible consequences for Marcus. Not only was he labeled a traitor, but he was court-martialed and sentenced to serve 40 years imprisonment in the maximum security prison known as the Slab. The same prison you free Marcus from in the first Gears of War game. That's where all the trouble began. That scar. That damn scar. Marcus's look is iconic. Big gun, bigger guns, bandana, soul patch, and large facial scar, while gamers would be forgiven for thinking he obtained his signature scar from his many battles with the Locust. This is not the case, as he in fact got the scar from none other than man's best friend. In the novel titled The Slab, we learn a lot about Marcus prior to the events of the first game. Most importantly, how he got that scar. After being sentenced to 40 years in the maximum security prison known as the Slab for breaching his orders and instead trying to rescue his father, he soon found himself on the wrong side of one of the prison's guards named Campbell, who sought out to make Marcus's long prison stint as unbearable as possible. Not only did Campbell destroy many of Anya's letters to Marcus, he also relentlessly tried to have Marcus killed. On one occasion, Campbell even released 3 of the prison's vicious guard dogs on a trapped Marcus. Marcus, being the prevalent hard bastard we know and love, took down 2 of the hounds, but the third managed to maul Marcus and tear his face open. Marcus killed the last dog, but was left with a severe cut on his face that would heal to give him one of his most defining traits. Goddamn frickin' chainsaw. The Mark II Lancer Assault Rifle was an upgrade to the Mark I Lancer Assault Rifle, produced with a chainsaw bayonet, increased accuracy, low recoil, and larger ammunition carrying capacity but less firepower compared to its predecessor. The second-generation Lancer soon became the staple weapon of Gears across Syrah and the official workhorse of the COG. And as if Marcus had not already done enough in the war with the Locust, He actually played a big part in the conception of this beautiful destructive weaponry. It is said that the idea of changing the original Lancer into the chainsaw bayonet Lancer was the brainchild of Marcus and Adam Fenix, after they were inspired by a desperate combat maneuver performed by Taikaliso, where he improvised the use of a power saw to cut through the Locust's thick skin as the Mark I knife bayonet was ineffective. Upon hearing of this, Marcus informed his father, and the rest is history.
Would you like to know more?
Unknown error occurred. Cannot load rest of footage.
Would you like to know
Like,
more? Would you
share,
like to know more?
comment,
Would
and
you like to know
subscribe
more?
to Fix
Would you
the
like
Error.
to know more? Would you like to know more?